Here we are, Big White, baby.
Big jumps, big berms, and relentless rock.
All I got is me, 'cause I'm gonna be.
Sure enough, we meet up with Darren Berrecloth.
We're going too fast. This might have been the biggest mega train of the trip so far.
Yo! Party loud!
So we packed up the RV, got out of Silver Star, hit the road. Luckily, Big White is only about a 2-hour drive down the road, so it was super mellow.
So Matt had the idea to prank Kaz because he's sleeping in the car and pretend we got in a car crash. So I'm gonna cue the boys in a second here. 1, 2, 3.
Sorry. Somewhat unsuccessful prank. We just woke Kaz up. We're mostly just jerks.
We're here in Big White. This is a place that I love. It's a different vibe here. It feels more open. It's more rocky. It's dustier, but the trails are really fun.
Kind of as you're driving up to Big White, you see the terrain change. You're getting pretty high in elevation. I think the village actually sits at like 1,800 meters. So you get that sort of subalpine vibe as you're driving in. Super beautiful.
We stayed in staff accommodation here at Big White. It was great because we just opened up some doors in between little apartments, and it was kind of like a frat house.
We must be at subalpine. Out of breath. Only 45 more trips to go.
We're busting our balls out here. But Matt's behind the kitchen, you know?
Matt's cooking's been awesome. He's been crushing that Instant Pot life. I suggested we should get an Instant Pot sponsorship. So shout out Instant Pot.
So we get here, we arrived, we get into our accommodations, and Haley has a big announcement for us.
I saw that there was potentially some Aurora Boreals activity that might be happening, and so we checked it out online, and sure enough, it was supposed to be at 10 out of 10 basically. That night, we rallied the troops and we went on a bit of a mission to see if we could see the Aurora. So we actually all hopped in the RV and drove up a dirt road.
Decided to take the RV up, find a sweet spot to set up a frame, and then just hung out under the northern lights, took some photos, got on the roof of the RV. It was a fun time, and yeah, glad we got to catch that as part of this trip.
Mind if I pet your dog?
Yeah, go for it.
Hey, buds! Oh, you're so good, yeah.
We've just been roosting. It's just so dry here. The patroller was chatting and he said they not had rain for like 2.5 weeks.
Crash is gonna happen on your first lap.
It's like you don't even intend on like slapping corners, and then it's like the front wheel starts going and you have to drop a foot, and then it just gets mad.
Big White Bike Park. If I could say one thing, it would be to adhere to pre-ride, re-ride, and free ride. Even then, there were still moments.
Oh, you good? And the trail crew, if you're thinking while you're watching this video, oh yeah, we're just destroying corners, you know what? Patroller said, oh, these guys are dope, they're keeping us in the job. Yeah.
Sure enough, we meet up with Darren Berrecloth, a legend of the sport. He's been around for a long time.
15-year-old Jason probably would have had a head explosion if he knew that that was going to happen later in life. It was my first time down the Joker here, which is a big jump trail in Big White, and I just got to follow his speed, and it was awesome.
floaty. That front tire did not want to stay on.
It was hard to focus on my own riding, so I was just kind of watching him ride and shred. It was awesome.
Oh, dude, good speed.
Fun, hey?
I grew up idolizing the Claw. He was on my walls on posters, and I would watch him on drop-in, and I was there live watching him 360 the Crankworks road gap.
We're eyeing up this kind of rock transfer. They tried it a few times, didn't really get it, and then we were like, all right, let's move on. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just like cruise over the rock just for some fun. And of course, I just like wasn't paying attention. And I end up going over the bars right in front of Darren Berrecloth, but he did give me a fist bump for it, so I guess that's what I can take from it. It was so dumb, but it was all good.
Here we are at the top of Big White, and the weather is spectacular. Couldn't get better. Over there, over here, a storm is brewing.
You could just see these insane dark storm clouds like rolling in. And the lifts did have to shut, but it was okay. It was a nice break.
Gonna get struck by lightning out there? Not here. Hey, wait a second. What the hell happened? What the hell happened? They changed. They turned into something else. What the hell? No way! The ski patrol got us. Where's our drinks?
This is in true ski patrol fashion. Everything medical tape.
Did you just get iced?
We all got ice, brother.
The
Ice, baby.
After the storm, me, Kaz, Jason, and Ollie decided to go back up and bank some nugs and some clips. Poor Ollie, he's had a right time here. He got it flat pretty fast, so he ended up having to leave.
Within 2 shots, we were in the Nug Light, which is awesome. We had some super nice backlighting. Yeah, I feel like we crushed it on the self film. We just took turns getting some angles, and yeah, we made some magic happen.
My wheel don't wiggle wiggle, it falls. I like the way it jiggle jiggles, for sure. It make me wanna double double, you know. Yeah, we RV it, you really have to see it. 6 feet 9 with a bike rack, some slack. Luckily the boys got my back, I got a knack to relax in my mind. I'm shredding some black dimes.
Spending this much time in the sun, in the clouds of bugs, in the dust, it's not easy.
The bugs are definitely in full swing, and when you're hanging around with a camera, they swarm, or when you're like standing at the top of the trail ready to drop in, they definitely decide that you're a good dinner.
I think I've been itching through this whole interview because I'm covered head to toe in bugs.
Ah! Dude.
The fan meetup, super sick. It was cool to see a bunch of like fans and stuff like of the channel out in Big White.
Yeah, the meetup was a lot of fun. This is our 4th one now, and we're getting smoother with it. We did a wheelie comp here. That was the first time we had done one. It was a lot of fun, but there's always one person who's really good at a wheelie that just blows everybody away. With that said, it was pretty even competition.
Megatrain, what a good time.
This might have been the biggest Megatrain of the trip so far.
Yo! Party laps! All of my dudes!
No dust at all. Whoa! You're good. Keep going.
Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah, we did have a little carnage in the train. Ollie Jones, he went flying over a berm.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh man! Yeah, I'm good. Yo, thanks guys! Thanks for doing the work! That's sick. Much love, guys.
I'm Kaz Yamamura, and this is the Joey prank. I'm gonna bomb down the hill, make an entrance.
Okay, sounds good.
Woo! Hey, my friends say that I don't look too strong, but what do you think?
Yeah, man. Full
Yeah?
muscle.
Sweet, thank you.
Yeah, you're
Makes me
good.
feel good. Hey, do you know where the big white is?
Don't, brother. Sorry.
No,
First
okay.
day here.
Hey, do you guys know where the gnar is?
The gnar?
The gnar?
What's the gnar?
I heard there's some gnar at Big White.
Just up, I guess.
Excuse me, could you take a photo with me? Awesome, thank you. Does this look gnarly?
Yeah, pretty gnarly.
Hey man, you wanna have a match? No?
Looking at it.
Oh, I really want to play.
Too bad.
So our guest rider for here in Big White was Brayden Barrett-Hay. When I asked him what he wanted to ride, of course he said the Joker.
The Joker's pretty fun. There's lots of hips and lots of fast trails he jumps down the hill. So yeah, we're gonna flow some trails.
Dizzy spinning like it's up with your new friends at LA. Clinking glasses of deja vu. You've always known that you would end up there, they say. You're okay, it's okay, but are we okay? I wonder if you'll pick up the phone. Will you ramble secrets I've never known? Convincing yourself they've got it wrong tonight, tonight, tonight. Please don't run away, running away never got me anything. Don't run away, I thought I should have let you know. Halfway holiday, Mr. Runaway never got me anything. Don't run away, I thought I should have let you know.
Yeah, that's a sick trail. It was closer to A-line, you know what I mean? I was stoked to finally make it down to like some larger jumps, and then obviously there's like a sweet trick jump at the bottom.
So fired up on the photos that came out of that. The boys were sending and the light was firing for us. Really fired up on that.
I wonder if I'll pick up the phone. Will I ramble secrets I've never told? Convincing myself they've got it wrong. Dance in circles all night long. Please don't run away, running away never got me anything.
And then of course we gotta get out and sample the local nightlife. So we went to Snowshoe Sam's for dinner and drinks and some pool.
It's exactly what this crew needed.
I thought I should have let you know. Don't run away, running away never got me anything. Don't run away, I thought I should have let you know. Please take it.
There was a bachelorette there, so we got them in on a few games of pool with us. It's just good vibes at Snowshoe Sam.
Our last day of riding, actually, the mountain wasn't open, so one of the patroller guys gave us a ride up the hill. So we got out, Kaz, Scott and I, and we ended up going down Hubba Bubba.
We were super zonked halfway through, but you know, got second wind when I wanted to try some new things, and Ollie was helping me out, and it was just the stoke just like rushed into me.
Kaz has been like working on these little rear wheel drift things, and Kaz like did one, and I was like, oh yeah, you could just like lay it over a bit more and like, you know, get it more steezed out, and I gave him a few pointers, and he did just that.
The boys here at Big White, they said that they had just put some mulch down on a trick jump.
So we're staying in staff housing, which is just 10 seconds away from the slopestyle course. And it is the best mulch jump ever.
I think everyone just had a list of tricks on their mind that they wanted to throw.
Oh, I have a lot. Oh, I've seen it all. Everyone is waiting for the call. Oh, I have so much.
It honestly was just the perfect setup, and I was ready to throw down because I didn't know the next time that I would be at such a nice jump.
Never seen Matt flip anything but an airbag, so that was awesome to see. Jason was dialing in his threes.
We also had camera boy Lucas out there.
Yeah, hit it a couple times, got a feel for it, and then it was like, all right, here we go.
I think the highlight of the night for me was honestly Matt just coming out there on the downhill bike, throws a 360, butter, like perfectly landed. Couldn't believe it. We got out all the stuff we wanted to get out, and once again, thank you Big White for setting that up for us. Perfect way to cap off the trip here at Big White.
We are off to Revelstoke next.
A little sad that this is gonna be the last stop of the tour. It's been such a good time. I can't believe we're almost finished.
It's been a really great couple of weeks. I've learned so much, I've had a lot of fun, and it's a little sad to say this is the last little trip.
Last stop, you know, we gotta go out with a bang.
And he was, ow! God! Is it dead?
Yeah, it's dead.
Okay.
I literally just put my hand on a wasp. What do you? Ah! Oh God!
Oh, it's gone.
Ah! Ah!